And welcome back to Let's Play Ninja Gaiden Black. Another 2 chapters have passed, and thus we have another new look for Ryu. Well, I guess technically I went 3 chapters with Red Muffler, but whatever. And another point of time had passed, so I changed costumes. This costume is the costume you unlock for completing the Eternal Legend mission in mission mode, and it is based on Ryu's appearance in the Dead or Alive series. The face covering is actually an addition for the Ninja Gaiden series. For whatever reason, the series director, Itagaki, was very insistent that Ryu would have his face covered at all times in the Ninja Gaiden games. Everything I've read about Itagaki kind of makes me get the impression that he's something of a mad artist, and that impression holds especially strong if you see the game Devil's Third. I gotta play that for myself someday. With that out of the way, after defeating Doku, we yoinked his sword, and now we are trapped in the Colosseum. If we try to leave, we will find that we just can't get out of here, and we have to solve a bit of a lever and jumping puzzle. However, there is a way to skip the puzzle that I saw. Let me see if I can pull it off real quick. So we go here, do this. Now, a little short. Let me just try that one more time. You have to hit this at just the right height. Yes, there we go. Alright, and then we angle it like so. Do that, get up here. Then we want to jump up here, and that is the puzzle bypassed. However, we're not going to do that. We're going to solve the puzzle correctly, show off how to do so. Besides, it allows me to more easily collect the gold scarabs along the way. I did not practice that trick at all. I just watched a video about it while I was at work, because I'm a dedicated employee like that. Let us hit the lever. As you can see, this moves a bunch of the platforms into position, and we have a lot more levers to pull. The lever we need to get to is, of course, at that platform that I had skipped my way up to. But we are going to do this the correct way. So, first order of business, we want to pull this lever. That'll move that one to that lever over there. We want to also get over to the opposite side, because that is the way to get to that lever. There'll be a lever on this platform also. This one won't have an immediate effect, but we do need to pull it before we finish off with this puzzle. As you can see, it'll move that platform there. Now, here we gotta do some wall running. Gotta run to this one, gotta run over to this one, gotta pull this lever. That'll move that one down and over to this lever right in front of us. As you can see, we've got a treasure awaiting us. So let's just open that up and get a nice little cache of yellow essence. Although, we are quite close to the cap, so I probably could have avoided picking that up. We are going to hit the cap, unfortunately, before I have a chance to buy anything, so there is going to be quite a bit of wasted yellow essence coming up for reasons that you shall see. But we pull that and move that in position. As you can see, there's another golden scarab awaiting us over there. Now, here is where a slight trick comes into play, or, well, makes this more of a legitimate puzzle. Once on our way back, we have to pull this lever and move that platform back into its original position, as otherwise we will not be able to get to where we need to be. Now that that's taken care of, let's head over to that golden scarab that's just begging to be collected. So we want to wall run on here, and oh, sorry, fell asleep at the wheel there and neglected to jump, but that's okay. We are not in any hurry, at least I'm not. I hope you aren't. And let's just get that golden scarab. Now, to actually complete this wall run, we actually want to jump back down, because otherwise we won't be able to make the distance. Do it from this platform, do these wall runs, there we go, we're on this one. Now, try and orient the camera so that this game's horrible platforming doesn't send you back down to the ground, and we managed to avoid that fate. Now, in this chest on the right, if I can get up here, get a Life of the Gods. The chest on the left, on the other hand, in this mode, it contains ghost fish. There is no practical benefit for us opening that chest right now, so we're just going to ignore it. And we do not want to fall right at the end here, so I'm going to take this carefully. Here is the lever we want to pull. Before we do so, there is some treasure awaiting us over here. Get another Life of the Gods. We're going to get several life upgrades this chapter, thankfully. And the last golden scarab in the Colosseum, a cool 3 for us to collect. Alright, let's get this lever thrown. And that will allow us a wall to run on to get out of here. Very easy. If you want to, you can just skip this entirely. I think you can do the same skip that I did to get the Golden Scarab over there, just using the shurikens into the wall and then using a Helm Splitter, but I did not feel like doing that. Going up this wall, we actually want to get the Unlabored Flawlessness equipped, and want to make sure I have the Armlet of Celerity set. Yes. The Armlet of Potency will serve no benefit for this chapter, and we're out, and we've got a letter from Ayane. What's Ayane got for us?
Muramasa, the owner of the weapon shop and a world-renowned swordsmith, is looking for you. It seems that something is bothering him so much that he cannot sleep at night. The old man must have something quite important to tell you. If you follow this path, you will eventually arrive at the gate back to Taiwan. From there, it is only a short way to Muramasa's shop.
Alright, I hear you, Ayane. When we actually do meet Muramasa, he is nowhere near as frazzled as Ayane describes him here. I guess Ayane just has a low opinion of old people. Millennial ninjas, am I right? On our way out here, we've got a treasure. Another Life of the Gods. Let's just, get our count here so that I know when to use these. Alright, so 3 more, and we'll be able to upgrade. Now, heading out here, we are thrust right into a Fiend Challenge, so let's get right to work. And here is our next Fiend Challenge. This is the, let's see, as far as the ones that I'm doing, this is the 4th to last one. Well, actually, I'm doing all of them, so yeah, this is the 4th to last one. This one is very straightforward. I often see it compared to the one in Peristyle Passage, although it's a little different. Instead of 4 Greater Imps, instead we have, can alternate between 2 Greater Imps and a Shadow Imp, or 2 Shadow Imps and a Greater Imp. So overall, it's actually quite a bit easier. Also a little bit more annoying to consistently hit these guys as they spawn in really random locations at times. But otherwise, it's very straightforward to just chain Unlabored Flawlessness UTs and take these guys out in droves. I actually almost managed to do this damageless up until around the 60 mark, where I started getting careless and took some unfortunate hits. I'm not too concerned about getting Yellow Essence, because of course we're capping it at this point. Otherwise, this is a very straightforward challenge, nothing much to say about it. The more important thing to note that I did not note within the live recording is that there is actually a second Fiend Challenge available this chapter. After you solve the puzzle in the Colosseum and leave the area, if you double back, another Fiend Challenge shows up. It is by far the worst and most tedious in the game, though not necessarily the hardest. It is against 120 Berserkers. Now, doing the camera trick on them, that makes it a bit less daunting, but of course, they are very durable. However, we will have a way, towards the end of the game, to deal excellent damage to them that will not necessarily allow me to complete the challenge quickly, but it will allow me to dispatch Berserkers in relative safety and make the challenge not as much of a hassle. Still, it's going to be very tedious and very not fun to do. It's probably going to take 50 uninterrupted minutes of just killing Berserkers, which I am not looking forward to, but I am going to do it because I love you guys. And perhaps I hate myself. Anyway, this challenge is going to be wrapping up relatively shortly, so I will just let the music play and let the challenge finish up. It is no big deal, but we get a good reward for doing it. Alright, there we go. Not a terribly difficult challenge. Halfway through, I was so close to just going no damage the whole way, but I screwed it up, as usual. But hey, we get a Lives of the Thousand Gods, so another life upgrade for us to enjoy. Now, like Ayane said, Muramasa awaits us in his shop, and he has something important to tell us. It is not anything important at all, in fact you can completely skip it. However, we do want to do some shopping to clear out some of your yellow essence and resupply. Plus, there is another thing awaiting us. Now, you may have noticed this ninja corpse. Of course, we got Saru's diary here. What does he have to say? Looks like these guys are not handling the fiends as well as Ryu is. Now, the Holy Vigor Emperor was behind the theft of the Dark Dragon Blade, and he sent Doku to carry it out, and that was something we already knew. Well, that's strange. The Curse of the Dark Dragon Blade, huh? That kind of implies that this guy got his hands on it, but apparently it was a bit too spicy for him. Now, before we head to Muramasa's shop, and that big door right there is back to the bridge square that we passed so long ago. Here we got the map of Zarkhan. Like I said way earlier in the Let's Play, Zarkhan is the grounds on which the Imperial Palace is located. If we take the stairway to the Imperial Palace, though, we will find that the door is locked and we can go no further. So we will just have to deal with that later. To that effect, Ryu is going to go through these caverns. It is not immediately obvious, but these heads here can be smashed with the Dabi or the Lunar, whatever you prefer. This middle head has nothing. This left head has a Life of the Gods for us. Very nice. The main reason I headed this way is because we got a save point here. We are going to save to update our checkpoint, and we are going to head towards Muramasa, immediately turning around, and from the perspective of the person watching this, I kind of wasted your time. Now, the challenge is gone, but these enemies do in fact respawn. If you want to farm some yellow essence, because these guys are pretty easy, that is an option for you. We do not need to do so, as we are capped. Now, heading back to the Great Bridge Square, coming across the gate here, we can finally unlock this. If we tried this so long ago, we would have been blocked, because Ryu does not feel like cutting through this door. But we are accosted by none other than Fiend Ryu, wielding a fully upgraded Kitetsu. Much better than the Kitetsu we got. Now, I said in the last time we fought this guy I'd do something different besides Dabi loops for every fight, but that is what we're going to do for this fight, because we still have a Talisman of Rebirth, and I kind of want to hold on to it, so we're just going to do this. I should probably equip the Armlet of the Sun to make this a little bit more effective. Oh, broke the loop because I screwed up, but that's okay. It's easy to get back into it. As you can see, Fiend Ryu does not have much of a counter to this. Oh, man. Yeah, Ryu's attacks do not buffer quite as well as I'd hope. Luckily, the basic combo is still very effective. I'm going to use a couple of Elixirs of Spiritual Life here. We got 2? Yes. Because I do not want to get chipped down by the Art of the Fire Wheels. As you can see, Fiend Ryu kind of wields it ineptly. Even more so than I do, and I just use it to cheese the Hydrangea fight. Man, off-screen I didn't screw up the buffers nearly as bad as I am doing so right here. Alright, there we go. And this should finish him off, or not. Okay, let's just do a basic combo. That should take him out. There we go. Oof. I do these so ugly on camera, but that's okay. Now, we actually get a fairly important prize for defeating Fiend Ryu here. There is Ayane's next scroll, but we will come back to that on our way back. We get the Armlet of Benediction. This armlet increases the amount of yellow essence you get by 20%. Pretty handy when we need to actually farm it, which there will be a couple times, particularly in Chapter 15 that we need to do that. We saw these guys briefly in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. These are zombie MSATs. They are very annoying. As you can see, they have that very nasty guillotine throw of their own. We're just going to take these guys out the simple way. I was trying to do a guillotine throw there, but I screwed up the input. Whatever, we defeated them. Alright, let's see what Muramasa's got for us.
Welcome.
You're still open?
Do you think I would close up shop over something like this? What can I help you with? I've been wondering, what is that sword you are using? Let me see. This is a fine example of one of the swords of the dragon, carved out of a dragon's fang. It has the potential for unfathomable spirit power. But this sword alone will not do. There is a place to fit a jewel here, you see? A curved jewel carved out of a dragon's eye. With it in the right hands, this sword will prove more than a match for the Dark Dragon blade.
The Dark Dragon?
Of course I know of it. I have seen and heard of all manner of swords, both ancient and new, from east and from west. Now, if only we can find the dragon's eye.
Man, Muramasa is as dedicated to serious business as Johnny was in Digital Devil Saga 2. I like how nonplussed he is by the civil unrest and the monsters roaming the streets. This scene, although it seems important, completely optional. You can skip it entirely and it will not affect anything. Now, let's spend up some of our, gains here. We are going to buy a Talisman of Rebirth to free up some yellow essence. We want to restock on our arrows, of course. May as well buy some smoke bombs also while I'm thinking of it. And of course we want to upgrade the Kitetsu. I won't be equipping it right away, but we'll use it a couple times for fun in the upcoming area. And we won't turn in our golden scarabs just yet. We'll have a chance to turn in enough that we'll get 2 rewards. Now, it's actually not the end of the world if I end up using a Talisman Rebirth or even 2 in this chapter. It's actually desirable to go into the next chapter with no Talismans of Rebirth, because we get several free ones throughout that chapter, so I may as well go nuts on some fights here. But I do want to conserve it for the time being. That is unfortunate. These guys are so annoying. Alright, let's give ourselves some room here. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, that throw is just so nasty. And unfortunately, I couldn't get any blue essence off of these guys, but that's okay. Again, not the end of the world. Let's see.
It is said that near the Palace of Zarkhan waterfall, there is an entrance to a cave that is rumored to connect to the greatest depths of Zarkhan.
Alright, and that is the last of Ayane's ninja info cards for us on Master Ninja mode. There is one more on the lower difficulties, but that is the absolute last one we can get in Master Ninja, if I am remembering correctly. Of course, I could be completely wrong, as I often am, but you know. There's only so much you can remember, right? Especially as I get older. It's a shame. Hey, imps. We're just going to run past them as they are of no consequence to us. We are going to update our checkpoint once again, and we are going to head into the titular caverns of the Chapter 12. But of course, there is still more treasure for us to get. First time in a long time, we can really use water run to any effect. Get a great spirit elixir here, very nice. Let's see. We want to actually dive into the water because, as you can see, another golden scarab. We've gotten 5 already in this chapter. Very nice. And there is a chest tucked away right here. Gives us the life of the gods. 1 more, and we can upgrade our health once again. Alright, coming into the caverns behind the waterfall, we want to break open this wall right here, and we want to get our Vigorian Flail on. You can probably guess what that means. And what the heck, let's throw on the Armlet of Benediction just to maximize the potential profit from the upcoming ghost fish. As you can see, here they are. And that is why I did not bother using any elixirs of spiritual life, because we get a nice little bit of healing here anyway, so that is good. And because we've got the Armlet of Benediction and we've got a high combo count, we get a ton of yellow essence off of these guys. This is important to know, as in the upcoming chapters, we will actually have respawning instances of the ghost fish, and in those cases, we can get some pretty significant yellow essence, if there's about at least 30 of them. Let's see, got 57,000. I want to be a little careful with my yellow essence. It's easy to burn through it all and leave yourself in a bad situation. This guy has the map of the caverns. Boy, we're just flushed with maps now. And that is all we need in this little room. Let's dive on down. I have to imagine this water is pretty cold for reasons that are coming up, as you will see shortly. Coming up here, we will go down an ice slide, and we will end up in the game's ice level. This is the Ice Cavern. This is not the sole set piece we'll be seeing this level, but it is the one we will be starting off in. As you can see, we got some ogres here. This is a bit of a rough fight because we've got these imps, and this is... Okay, yeah, this is already going poorly, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some Art of the Inferno, take one of these guys out. Does I got to drop any health? Nope, but I can live with yellow essence. We will use that. Okay, yeesh. Yeah, sometimes this fight just goes horribly for me. It's really frustrating, actually. Okay, oop. I have not been able to take out this... Okay, we're gonna use a Great Spirit Elixir, because there's one up top there, and I can just restock on it anyway. Yeah, these guys are so annoying to fight with the ogres. Oh, jeez, this is just not going my way. I can just take this guy out, that'll put us in a lot better situation. There we go. I'm trying to get the yellow essence so I can take that guy out, and that's about the worst thing I could have done. Now this guy's a bit more aggressive. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna need to use another one. Ugh. And it's not catching the Greater Imp either. Ugh. I was having some trouble doing this fight with the Kitetsu, so I thought maybe using the Dabiolaro would help me out, but no, this is just not a good fight. Okay, that's good. Get that execution. Yeah, Ryu, your auto-targeting is terrible. Okay, now we're gonna use some of our elixirs of spiritual life. It's okay, it's okay. We'll be in a better situation once I get out of this room. It's funny, on their own, these guys are no problem. It's just trying to manage them is the real problem. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. And of course, there's one more to go. I need that blue essence, so we're gonna take it. And if I can just hit this guy... Okay, there we go. Please get off of the ogre's buttocks. That is not helping me fight. Actually, you know what? What the heck? Let's equip the Kitetsu right now, since there's just this guy to fight. And here we go. Dead Soulbind. As you can see, recovers some of our health. Very handy against dumb, slow enemies like this. Of course, I kind of botched it by letting myself get hit there, but that's how it goes sometimes. So we're just gonna loop Dead Soulbind until we get a decent amount of recovery. Yeah, as you can see, he can sort of super out of it a couple of times, but it is no big deal. Blue essence, blue essence, blue essence. Blue essence? No essence? What the heck? Well, that's unusual. Going forward, we're going to be using the Kitetsu for a little bit, just for fun. But let's jump up here, get that Great Spirit Elixir I was talking about. Did pretty terribly on that fight, used a lot more Nimpo than I usually do, but it's what happens. Not a fun fight to deal with. As you can see, there is a dragon statue over yonder, so we are going to update our checkpoint once again. As always, cannot overstate the importance of keeping your checkpoints up to date. Very important, very important. And jumping down this way is the way forward. That door is currently locked off, and we need a type of key. So let's use the Kitetsu here. It is pretty similar to the Dragon Sword with some unique moves. As you can see, our basic combo here can do the dual blades. Now, doing UTs like so, couldn't hit the thing. We can still do Izuna Drop with it. And of course, hit him with Dead Soulbind. Could not get that, so let's... Oh man, I keep whiffing the UTs. Trying to hit him with that, because it actually has a pretty cool UT. Not terribly strong, but cool looking. Here we go, this should do. There we go. As you can see, Ryu does a dual blade flurry there. Pretty cool looking. And as you can see, XXY, we can chuck the blade. That is basically the same as it always is. Got the Azure Dragon, all that good stuff. Pretty similar to the Dragon Blade, except for a few key moves. Dead Soulbind does give it some extra utility, but come next chapter, the Dragon Blade is just going to be flatly superior. You may have clued in that what Muramasa was trying to tell us is that there is an upgrade we can get for the Dragon Blade that'll go beyond what Muramasa alone can do for us. It also has the same. The Kitetsu also has the same Blade of Nariti combo if you don't feel like doing Izuna Drop. Dead Soulbind, as always, nice way to top yourself off, and this is the finisher of Dead Soulbind that you just do by pressing Y off of Dead Soulbind. It's like Soul Eraser or something. I don't memorize all the move names because there are a ton of them, especially in the later games. That aside, coming into here, we can break through this little ice floor here. And we've got more greater imps to fight. But they are no problem at this point, of no consequence. Throwing your sword is fun to do. Of course, it is not working so well for me. Let's do Blade of Nariti here, see if I can't catch the guy on the landing. Could not, but this should take out a couple of them. No. The Kitetsu actually does have a weaker ET than the Dragon Blade, for no obvious reason, truth be told. Oh dear. Yeah. Sometimes enemies got a little bit of anti-air, so you gotta be careful of that. Oh dear, I'm doing quite bad. Eh. All these practice runs, and I just do nothing with them. Oh well. I've been maintaining that if I did everything perfectly the first time, it would be boring, wouldn't it? Oh, oof. Sometimes they come in from off camera like that. Okay, yeah, let's use a couple of our elixirs of spiritual life here. Doing not so hot. I just wanted to finish this guy off, and we will do Dead Soulbind on this guy. Give ourselves a little bit of extra health. There we go. And do that. Nice, nice. Not the best showing I've had for the Ice Cavern, I'll admit. Oh boy. Alright, heading up here, if I can. We have a cog-shaped indentation right here. Nothing we can do with that. Over this way, though, you may have noticed the large glowy. Of course, get the Shield of Vigor, which is just a glorified key, as many of the items in this game are. Now we get to trek back to the save point. This game does, or this chapter rather, does have a bit of repetitive doubling back. Want to equip our Dabularo, as always, and get the Armlet of Celerity back on. Gonna be using these in tandem a couple times in the upcoming area, as there's going to be some stationary enemies that we can easily cheese with ultimate techniques. Not the most exciting thing to do, but as you will see in about 5 seconds, there's a very good reason why you want to do that. Alright, let's place the good old Shield of Vigor here. That'll unlock the door for us, but before heading in there, we want to update our checkpoint. And let's go in for a change of scenery. The Magma Cavern. This place is terrible. I hate it. As you can see, we've got lava flow all over the place. If you land in it, it does a hefty bit of damage to you on landing, and then it does tick damage for every little bit of time you stand in it. This is more annoying than it sounds, because this game's very awkward movement makes it very easy to land in the lava and kill yourself. We will deal with that as we come through. As you can see, these ogres, if we're outside of their aggression range, they just kind of stand there, so we can hit them with UTs. I'm not going to do this for every encounter in the Magma Cavern, but for these first couple guys, pretty good idea to do this. Just an easy way to take them. Trying to fight them fairly will have a pretty good chance of you getting knocked into the lava, so I don't want to deal with that. We're just going to do this the cheese way. There are a bunch of ogre fights to deal with while traversing the Magma Cavern. We'll do most of them legitimately, but these couple right here, or this one at least, we'll just do it the safe, boring way. This last UT should take this guy out. There we go. Let's just equip the Armlet of Benediction to reap the reward of that boosted yellow essence. Especially because I'm going to have to do quite a bit of shopping to offset the supply usage. Over here, get our last piece of stone tablet, the left tablet. Ryu helpfully points out that we can use it in the Twin Serpent Plaza. And over here, you may have noticed this little glowy. This is not a gold scarab. This is iron ore. We need to collect 4 pieces of this before we reach the end of the Magma Cavern. Very curiously, there are way more than 4 pieces at your disposal. I'm not sure why they did that, but we'll be seeing that as we go along. Now, you may notice a little white bar on the right side of the screen. That's the game. I'm not sure why it does that in this area, but it does. We want to wall run here, quickly jump off, do a jump forward. I am surprised I did not land myself in the lava there. Grab that iron ore. We want to equip the dragon sword real quick. Not for any fight that we're getting into, but for a quick little skip that we're going to do. And there I go. I do that with clockwork regularity. I'm not very bright. Now, you're intended to grab that little stone piece there, but instead, we can just do the forward, I think it was like Wind of Destruction that move is called. The middle of the list is too long to look it up, but we do the jumping forward slash with the Dragon Sword. We can just skip silently along and avoiding the steam. As you can see, we've already got 4 pieces of iron ore. We will see a bunch more as we progress through this area. I'm not going to be grabbing any of it. Let's equip the Dabularo here. Got another bit of annoying close quarters fight with ogres. As you can see, we are trapped in this area. Alright, that's good. That one's kind of wandering away. I'm gonna let that guy jump down. Just hit this guy with a couple... Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do this. Use up my last bit of Nimpo here. And let's see, that guy drop health? No, he did not. So, what we're gonna do is jump over this way. Okay, that screwed up horribly. Let's use the last elixir of spiritual life here. And let's, oh dear. Yeah, this is just brutal. I can't even see what I'm doing. Woo. Do I want to use the Great Spirit Elixir? You know what? I'm not concerned if I lose one Talisman of Rebirth. It will refill my Nimpo anyway, which I kind of want to do. Okay, let's grab that one. See if I can't hit this guy. Let's just let him fall down, hit him. Okay, that's another one down. Hit this guy with the light UT. Oh dear, I didn't hit that guy at all. But yeah, as you can see, ogres are typically not too threatening, but they find ways to make them a bit more threatening. In particular, they do so by putting you in very annoying, very inopportune situations. Alright, for this guy, we're going to top ourselves off a little bit, so let's get the Kitetsu back out. We'll do Dead Soulbind. You can also go straight into Dead Soulbind if you just do forward attack starting, or you hold forward and just hit X. But I like to do the combo into it just to get a little bit of extra damage. And I'm actually getting pretty lucky here. Usually after doing like 1 or 2 on them, they break out of it. Oh, and also, because we got a 50 hit combo there, as you can see, you get a cool little graphic as it pops up. I did not expect to get a huge combo there. We probably got a decent bit of yellow essence off of that guy. Nothing too shabby. But yeah, that is a visual effect that happens when you hit certain combo milestones. Curiously and kind of sadly, in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, both the on-screen combo counter when you don't have the karma meter up and the little combo effects, those got taken out. Once again, we are going to do ultimate techniques to hit these guys in the lava, since trying to fight them fairly is just asking to be killed. Ryu's auto-targeting, once again, will kind of behave in finicky ways. When that platform is up, or that little switch, he will tend to prioritize it, so you kind of want to line yourself up so that you can hit both the ogre and the switch. I'm actually getting kind of lucky here, and the ogre is stuck. He does not usually get stuck when I do this, because I am unlucky like that. Alright. Quickly jump over here. We want to run and get away, and then resume the UT spam. Yeah, this is not interesting to watch, I realize, but it is the best way we have to deal with this guy. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know? If I had some Nimpo left, I would probably hit this guy with Art of the Inferno and call it a fight, but as you saw throughout this video, I was performing rather poorly and needed my Nimpo as a panic button. Speaking of that, we will likely stock up once we hit Muramasa again, which conveniently, I don't know if you saw it as we were coming in, there is a statue over there, so we get a chance to stock up. Alright, just a couple more and we should have this guy finish off. Want to get him close so we can snag the yellow essence as he dies. Yes, that should do it. Can I get the yellow essence? Let's bring up these platforms. That is a little distant. Let's see if I can get it. Come on, Ryu. Yes! Alright. Money, money, money. Probably should have put on the Armlet of Benediction, but this is already taking longer than I would like. Alright. Let's restock our Elixirs of Spiritual Life. How many gold scarabs do we have? Got 9. Alright. We do have one more coming up, so I'll turn him in on the way back. And let's see. Do I want to spend money on... Oh, I got a couple. I'd like to have Nimpo for this upcoming fight, but I also want to save my yellow essence since... I'm gonna go for it. Worst comes to worst, I'll use up one of my Talismans of Rebirth. Like I said, we want to go into the next chapter with no Talismans of Rebirth, so it is not the end of the world. If I lose one here, it is actually kind of desirable. And that is one guy down. Very lucky there. He did just the right attack that I needed him to do for me to get that full attack off. And here comes more jumps. This is a good opportunity to charge up your ultimate techniques. Let's see if we can't hit both of them. Alright, that's pretty gorgeous, actually. I think if you have the Armlet of Sun equipped, sometimes you can kill these guys in one less Flaming Whirlwind. I don't really consider that to be worth it, though. It's not too terrible when these guys play nice. Yeah, when they wander off like that, that's the ideal situation. Oh dear. Oh dear, I might have... Oof. That was a very risky move I made. I almost let myself get caught there. Once again, Ryu's wall run kind of behaving in weird ways for me. Alright, that's that guy down. I think there's, yeah, no more coming. So once again, let's get out the Kitetsu and give ourselves a little bit of life. I'm gonna sip some of your life energy. This guy should be pretty close to dead. As you can see, you can do about 2 soul erasers and not have to worry about reprisal. Missed the opportunity to do soul eraser there, but that's fine. And he's dead. Very good, very good. Anything off of him? Huh, no yellow essence again. Must be some kind of weird bug. Alright, so let's head into this next room here. And got a gold scarab right down here. Pretty easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Let's jump over here and get up this way. Now, in here, got another iron ore, but the main thing we want is this chest. Get our next Life of the Gods. I am going to use those real quickly to upgrade our life. It's a beautiful thing, ain't it? Anyway, minor change-up we're going to make here. Once again, get on the Vigorian Flail, and... Oh, I still have the Armlet of Benediction on. I must have been... No, wait. Did I... You know, I'm kind of second-guessing myself. I think I might have had that equipped in inopportune times. Oh, well. But yeah, Armlet of Benediction, Vigorian Flail, you know what it is. We got more ghost fish. This is a fairly brief encounter with them in this hallway. Sometimes they're spawning, as you can see, is a little erratic. Messed up my combo count there, but it's what you gotta deal with sometimes. We will eventually fight these guys in nice open areas that allow us to more reliably get those combo counts that we want. Also, very nicely, one of them dropped red essence for me. Just one, though. That is okay, though. Alright, coming here, we've got this cauldron right here. This is where we chuck our iron ore. You need to add 4 pieces, and on the 4th piece, filled to the brim, Ryu just tips that over, and it goes into that cog shape indentation from earlier. Now, at this point, we have to run all the way back to the previous area where we got the Shield of Vigor, so I'm just going to do that off-screen. I'll stop at Muramasa and show his rewards. Alright, for turning in our scarabs to Muramasa here, brings us up to 45, just 5 more to go, and we got everyone in the game. But the next thing we get is Ayane's Ration Bundle. Now, this item is often erroneously described as being equivalent to a Great Spirit Elixir. That is not the case. This actually has a unique healing value. I'd say it's worth about between 2 and 3 elixirs of spiritual life. No other healing item in the game heals that amount. You only get one of them in Master Ninja. Get a few more in Ninja Dog mode, and occasionally you'll see it in Mission mode, and that's where I learned that it does not heal you to full. The next one we get is a bit more important, Fragrance of Hydrangea. This is actually equivalent to a Great Devil Elixir, truly and fully. So that means with Great Devil Elixirs, if we have a full stock of those, which we can hold 3 of those, a full stock of 3 Elixirs of Devil Way, and a full stock, or, well, not a full stock, but the Fragrance of Dayflower, and a full set of Nimpo. Let's see, so 5 Nimpo, get 4 full restorations, that's 25 right there, then 4 from the Elixirs of Devil Way and the additional Hydrangea item. That'd give us 29 shots of Nimpo. Believe it or not, there is going to be a situation where we want that much Nimpo. Get excited. Alright, I'll meet you at the cog indentation. Alright, so here we are back in the icy hallway, because there is something to note. A lot of the thick icicles that were blocking our way before have melted, so we have a quicker route back to the cog here. Which let's grab that. This cog is a key item that unlocks one of the doors we passed at the Muramasa statue. As you can see, we got another save point right here. So let's update ourselves once again. I got the Dragon Sword equipped, plus the Armlet of the Sun. We want that for this upcoming fight. Got another Golden Scarab here, 46, just 4 more to go. Let's break on through here, and... ooh boy. This thing looks like an irradiated Wampa. I guess it's appropriate for the area. Alright, so we've got this guy. I forget what his name is, but he's ugly. Other than that, he is not terribly threatening. As you can see, he's got his punches here. The main thing we've got to worry about is, of course, that he has the greater imps with him. So we're just going to prioritize taking these guys out. Now, if you want to, you can just completely cheese this guy with the Dabi Laro, just equipping the Armlet of Celerity and holding back and doing ultimate techniques. That's kind of boring, though, so I don't want to do that. We're going to do this the fair way. As you can see, this is a very nasty grab attack. Don't let it hit you. I like to use the XXYYY combo with the Dragon Sword to deal my damage to this guy. Could not get my Flying Swallow to go off. Hitting Flying Swallow from certain angles is just so tricky. It does not want to go off consistently. That Icicle Slam move that he does, he is completely invincible during that. Pretty frustrating. He likes to do it when I try to do these ultimate techniques like this. Fortunately, got that one through. Is it just me, or is he turning red? It's like a trick of the light. Sometimes he turns red. When he comes in like that, we can just do a quick XYY combo. No, Ryu, Flying Swallow will not work on this guy. Always prioritize the greater imps. Now, thankfully, for dealing with additional enemies in boss fights, we're actually going to get a really good option for that in the very near future. Right after this fight, actually. Also, I got lucky and got some Nimpo back there. Oh dear. Got a little careless there, but that's okay. Let's use a couple of Elixirs of Spiritual Life, just because, knowing me, I'll screw up and get myself killed on a really easy fight. That's just how I operate. There we go. Let's just do Blade of Nariti, take this guy out. Took a bit of chip damage from that, but that's okay. And we'll do this. Very good damage on Gleaming Blade, very good ultimate technique in these kind of situations. And, ooh, I was gonna say, when he's on his own, he is very easy to dodge. As you saw, you can just roll right past those punches, no trickery needed. Oh hey, nice. And we'll just do this. If I finish him off, that'll take care of the Greater Imp also. Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's just finish him off. If I can actually hit him. Ryu's auto-targeting never working the way you want it to, but he's done for. Now for defeating him, we get the Eye of the Ice. When I was grabbing those 2 iron ingots by that big door, you may have noticed it was in the shape of a face. Well, we need these eyes to unlock it. Now, coming through here, we're going to wall jump up here, and you'll notice as we pass, there is a treasure chest there. Absolutely grab this treasure chest. You want to hang off here, drop down, hold up as you fall, and Ryu will grab this ledge here. We get the next and final Nimpo, Art of the Inazuma. This is the area of effect option of the game. Use it, Ryu surrounds himself with lightning and blasts everything in the immediate vicinity, does way more damage than Art of the Ice Storm, and has a much higher effective range. This is what I've been saving my Jewel of the Demon Seals for. We're going to upgrade this thing to level 3 pronto. We want this as strong as possible. This is what I was talking about when I said additional enemies and boss fights, not going to be a problem anymore. Whenever they show up, we can just throw out Art of the Inazuma, take them out immediately. Very nice, very handy. Definitely want this. Now, of course, that considered, there are actually not that many bosses left in the game where additional help is that much of a factor, though there are a couple, so still very good option to have. Shame it comes so late, but it comes at just the right time, I'd say. But that is all we'll do in this video. We're going to save it here. We're actually pretty close to the end of the chapter, but I'm probably going to do the remainder of this chapter and Chapter 13 in a single video, just because Chapter 13 is relatively short and it kind of ends in an awkward place, so just be better to tackle that in a single video. Plus, there is a Fiend challenge at the start of Chapter 13 that I'd like to knock out in the next video also, because that is also very awkwardly placed, so we will be doing it that way. Until then, I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you then. Goodbye.